How's it going, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Steven Shafer. Welcome to anywhereblog.net. I hope you're having a fucking amazing day. So today we're going to be talking about, as you could probably tell from the title, how to eat for free while you are hitchhiking. And let's get right on into it. So we're going to be discussing four main ways to eat for free while you're hitchhiking. The first one is from restaurants, the second one is from leftovers, the third one is random happenstantial foodisms, and the fourth one is dumpster diving. Guess which one's my least favorite? So the first one that we're going to be talking about is restaurants. Now, restaurants are my absolute favorite way to get food while hitchhiking, and they're going to be yours too. Restaurants oftentimes have a lot of food that they're unfortunately going to throw away at the end of the day, and this isn't because they're particularly wasteful. It's just because, you know, you make a lot of food. You don't know how many people are going to buy how much of what, and at the end of the day you just throw whatever doesn't get eaten away. And also sometimes people have mistake orders and they throw that away as well, or they give it to their employees. It really depends. And because of this, you get a lot of excess food that is just going to get tossed away or given away. And that is where we come in, ladies and gentlemen. So while you're hitchhiking, what you can do, and this is going to sound absolutely ridiculous if you haven't already tried it, but you just go into a restaurant, you say, "Hi, my name is Joe Blow, I am a hitchhiker, I'm going to blah blah blah, I don't have any money or possessions or this or that and the other thing, I'm not a crazy person, I'm not a drug addict, but I'm wondering if I couldn't have any of the food that you're going to throw away at the end of the day." Bam! That's pretty much it. And you know, it sounds absolutely crazy, but a lot of the time you will get some good food to eat. And that's my absolute favorite. I mean, that works perfectly if you're in between two places. So if you're going from Albany to New York City, or if you're going from Sacramento to San Francisco, you're in between towns, that works swimmingly. You know, you just give a spiel similar to it, whatever you want to do. And that is how I got the vast majority of my food. It was my absolute favorite way to go about it. I mean, I got delicious food sometimes. Sometimes they just decide to cook me up something fresh, and it was really, really awesome of them. And I'm very thankful for all that, and I'm sure you will be very thankful for all that as well. So that's the first methodology I would suggest. The second one is leftovers. So when you're in the city, you know, it's a lot, you're not just passing through. There's restaurants that are going to be seeing you all the time, and you're going to be seeing them. Like, they get a lot of homeless people in the city, and a lot of travelers coming through the city asking the same question. Not as likely, you know, they're probably not going to be in as good of a mood to help you out, and that's perfectly okay and completely understandable. But how do you get food while you're in the city? So the best way I found was leftovers. It's kind of similar, except instead of going to restaurants, you're going to the people who just came out of the restaurants. You talk to the people who just came out of whatever McShack and Doggle, and you ask them, "Hey, can I have some of that delicious food that you're carrying?" You know, the white boxes is what you look for. And you obviously ask in a different way. You say, "Hey, I'm a traveler, I'm doing this, that, and the other thing. I know this is an awkward question, but can I have your leftovers?" And a lot of times they'll at least be nice and say no, but a lot of the time you'll actually get people who'll be like, "Sure," and you can get some damn delicious food that way. And that's that. That's how you eat a lot in the city. That's my favorite methodology when I'm in a particular place. Yeah, very simple. Obviously it takes a lot of guts to ask those kind of horrifically awkward questions over and over and over again until you get one to say yes. But after you get your first one to say yes, you'll understand that it's a very helpful method to use, and highly recommended. Now obviously through all this, don't be a drug addict, don't be a crazy person. Those are two good rules for life. Just in general, don't be a crazy drug addict. That's how it goes. Don't steal from people, because it'll show up on your face and people will be less interested in helping you out. But if you're a genuinely interested person who's going out there to get a good education, and you don't have the means to be a very, go on what kind of, backpacking trip with your parents' money or whatever, then, people will see in your face that you're not an asshole and you're not taking advantage, and they'll want to help you out. That's the general rule all of this. Don't be an asshole, and people won't treat you like an asshole. That's usually how it goes. And then be open to asking, because it does take practice to ask. It's a skill to ask. Now, the next thing we have is random food. That is a lot of what goes on is random food as well. Somebody picks you up while you're hitchhiking. They ask you, do you want something to eat? Yes, I do. I do want something to eat. Thank you very much. I will take it. I will put it in my stomach, and it will stay there until I poop it out. Thank you very much. You know, you definitely want to be open to random situations. People will just, be walking down the street. Somebody will see and say, "Hey, man, you want something to eat?" They'll throw you a sandwich. And that's how it goes. Random situations are unpredictable, obviously, and there's nothing you can do to control it, really, except, like I mentioned before, don't look like an asshole. And that will cover a lot of what happens to not just food, to other things as well. Will get thrown your way if you got a big backpack on and you look like you're going somewhere. So that's another big topic. And my least favorite is dumpster diving. I don't like dumpster diving at all. Oh, we got a smudge here. Ooh. There we go. We got dumpster diving. Oh no. Not good enough. We got dumpster diving is nice editing while in the shot here. Dumpster diving is terrible. It's not very fun. You're gonna meet people who do it. I highly recommend just not doing it. It's not worth your time. It's illegal, and it's appealing. And sometimes you go behind a pizza shop and you grab a couple pizzas. That's not the worst strategy in the world, but a lot of the time it's just gross and it's not very helpful. So don't dumpster dive. I definitely did a few times, but it's just not that fun, and it's not that fruitful. So don't do it, and it's illegal. If you get caught, you could get in big trouble, and it's gross, and that's a good way to make you stink really bad, really quickly. So just wanted to go over that. If you're with people who are into that, make them jump in the dumpster. But it's not a horrific way to go, but a lot of times it's just so not fucking worth it. So yeah, that's how you do. Let me go over a few other random little tidbits. There's homeless shelters that give out free meals to homeless people. If you wanted to try that out, it's a very eye-opening experience and humbling experience. So try that out. There's Starbucks or whatever, or different donut shops. They'll put out their food at the end of the day and just put it in a box by their trash or out in front of their store or whatever. And you'll hear about those if you're in the city and you're looking for food. And there's all sorts of weird ways that you'll be able to find a good bite to eat. There's also working in exchange for food. A few times I found a couple restaurants that would let me go and wash some dishes for a half hour or an hour in exchange for a good meal, and that can do you good. And other than that, just get creative, do crazy stuff. Oh, also I traded some poetry that I had done. Just sat in front of a restaurant and just offered to trade that for a bite to eat, and that worked pretty well too. So yeah, just go out there and try different crazy stuff and have a great time. Really have a good time doing it, because you're not going to want to do it for the rest of your life. So have a great time doing it while you're doing it. Come up with really crazy, interesting, fun ways to ask for food. And as always, it's about asking and being willing to look stupid. That's a lot of the best things in life goes. I think it was Tim Ferriss, but it might have been somebody else. Pardon me if it was, who said, a person's success in life can often be determined by the amount of awkward conversations they're willing to have. So go out there and have some fucking awkward conversations. If you're out there being awkward as hell and doing something awesome because of it, I say thank you very much. You're a fucking hero. You're great, and keep doing what you're doing. If you have a question about hitchhiking or about travel or about anything related or anything you've seen in these videos, go to anywhereblog.net and do the Ask a Question section at the top, and we'll be happy to try to answer your questions in the best way I can. Also subscribe on YouTube if you're interested, and you'll get some great updates, and I think you'll like the content coming up too. So thank you guys. You guys have a good day, and please ask those questions. So I get my inspiration from y'all. So take care, y'all.